Hi everyone. That is so weird. It says live and then it says orange. I wonder if that means I've done something wrong. I can't. Let me check here. Yeah, is it working? Let me open it up in my browser as I usually do. And let me get my chat up. Just in case someone comes by, it says no one's here yet. Okay, so open new window, go to my channel, and let's take a look. If it shows up, if I'm streaming. It does not. Okay, now it does. Okay. If I click on this, I mute this. Okay, I think it's streaming. Alright. I don't know. I don't know why it's orange instead of green. Last time, I'm gonna close this window. Maybe I had two of these open. Last time, I don't know, it said retrieving info and I was just doing a practice one. So I hope that doesn't like stick it in front, but that was like 18 minutes ago. I'm sure this is a new one. And I'm doing a painting today. So I will get started on that as soon as I close this and get everything kind of set up. So, okay. I'm gonna, oh, there's the chat. Hi, Nick Bick and Big Money Gal. How are you guys doing today? I am, I guess I'll delete the little intro thing. I was worried that this wasn't going to show up dark enough, so I think I'm actually going to make my sketch a little darker. Actually, let's pick a background color first. And then I lost the chat again. You're doing well, that's great. That's good to know. Oh, I have, possibly have my thing ready if later on I get any Google Hangout calls. I can probably put them on and then people can come visit and stop by and say hi. Hi Rinzi, how are you? Hopefully you're having a good day. You finally beat Sans. Oh, in Undertale? I assume you mean in the, what's it called? Like the, evil run, but it's not, it's not called the evil run. I'll make this a little bit darker. I think darker backgrounds are better to go with. And then I'll make a color and I'll get going. I already did the sketch this time around because I feel like sometimes I start out and it's a little bit of a nightmare and I'm always stumbling and it takes me a bit to get something on. So I thought I would start with the sketch this time and be all ready to go, except I just lost my little chat one. I wish you could have just like a little window for the chat. But it, yeah, it always gives this big window. Alright. Okay, so yeah, if I get anyone, I have Google Hangouts down here, I have it minimized, I guess I can look. If I get anyone that comes on there that wants to come and chat for a bit, we could maybe do that. But other than that, I'm just going to go ahead and start painting. I was going to say drawing and then painting, and then it came out as painting. It's the cool way of saying the word. Okay, so yeah, we'll get her. I don't know with this color. What is that run called when you're in Undertale and you're being evil? I can't think of it. Yeah, so let's pick maybe this color instead. I need to get rid of this window so I can see my OBS. Get down there. Okay. I just want to make sure I have my OBS open. It looks like my mic is picking up. And I guess I have the media source would be the yeah, the thing. I think that's too dark. I just kind of take my time picking a color here. I don't want to, it doesn't really matter. Usually the base color is almost completely covered by the end. So let's go with this one. That's good enough for me. Get this placed in for her skin. And then she's got, I'm doing my character from my comic. She's kind of yellow. Maybe I'll change this, but I'll put it in first and then adjust it later. Yeah, so we'll have her here. Have a little bit of her ear here showing, so I want to get that pigment in for that area. And we'll get this down here on the neck, and then the rest of this is a big giant collar slash cape slash shawl slash wrap slash I don't know. I don't know the fashion terms. I should bone up on them sometime. Okay. They're eating cookies. I want cookies. What kind of cookies? My favorite cookies are, well, I guess chocolate chips with nuts. Probably a classic. I don't know what what other ones. I like sugar cookies. They're a little like too sweet sometimes, but I like them for the most part. Okay, so now I want to actually make this a little more red and maybe take the saturation down just a touch. The blue color might be throwing me off too. Maybe I should make it brown just so I don't have that. Oh, Oreos. Oreos are great. I only like Oreos with milk though. I don't know if that's like the marketing has messed with me after all these years. And I only like it with milk now, but yeah. I like to dip it in with milk and then eat them. I guess that's typical, huh? Yeah, so get this. I don't know how far down I'll go because I'll mostly do this hair on another layer. The hair is what I'm worried about. It's not like, I don't know, it's hard to do like weird anime styles in real life, so we'll have to see. It'll be the most challenging part for me, but maybe I can pull something off. Or maybe it'll be disastrous. We'll find out. We'll find out. I'm not really that scared. If I mess it up, oh well. I've had a couple live streams, like when I tried to draw Kakashi, where I was like, oh, I'm messing this up so bad. I just keep moving on. You're bound to mess up at some point. Did you know Oreos are a knockoff brand of Hydrox? I did not know that. I don't know what Hydrox are. I've never heard of them, so I guess Oreos won that marketing ploy. I'll have to look into it. It's just 2 chocolate cookie wafers with I don't even know what the filling is. It's probably just, originally it was probably just like cornstarch and sugar, but now it's probably like hydrogenated oil. I have no idea. But I always thought it'd be fun to try to make your own Oreos sometime. I'd have to look it up. I'm sure someone has figured out a recipe. Someone online. I saw, I keep seeing recipes for like peanut butter cups, like Reese's peanut butter cups. And I keep thinking I should make those because they look really good. But with all those things, it's like a dedication that I don't know if I have time for. But yeah, so I'm going to get this in. I probably won't paint it all the way. And then I'm going to make this brush a little bigger so it'll go a little faster over on this side. Just get these put in. IDK, when you can Google what brand did Oreos knock off. Yeah, I'll have to Google it. I don't know it off the top of my head. I mean, I don't know what I'm saying. I was trying to read and talk, and that is my downfall. This is why AI will take over. I can't multitask. I can't multi-process. I did hear that the human brain is much faster right now as it stands at recognizing faces than computers are, but I don't know if that has something to do with like the program or the processing power or any of that. Like a human can just recognize a face or a voice like right away, and I guess the computer has to put it through a bunch of programs or something. And so they're saying that right now the human brain is more superior in that way. And by they, I mean I don't have any sources to list, but I just heard that once. I thought that's kind of neat. Hydrox was also made in 1912, so I don't think you would know what it is. Is it like, I thought it was like maybe one of those brands that's still around, but let's see, Oreo's owned by possibly Nabisco? That's my guess. I feel like I've seen that Nabisco label and Oreos in the same place. So it's probably Nabisco that ripped off. I don't know, maybe Oreos were like a thing and then Nabisco bought them. I wish I knew the history of Oreos, but sadly I do not. Another time, maybe I'll verse myself in them. Hello, Leonata. Good evening from me. Nice to hear again your voice. Well, that's nice for you to join, or it's nice of you to join. I can't speak English. I always feel bad for people who don't speak English and they come to try to learn it from me or something. You won't learn it correctly. But pretty much everyone I talk to I think is pretty fluent in English, so I don't have to worry too much. I miss the Mickey Mouse Oreos. Aw, do they have Mickey Mouse Oreos now? I really want them. I used to make Mickey Mouse pancakes where you would put like a circle and then you put like 2 circles for the ears. And that was always kind of fun. Okay, let's see this without the sketch. I'm gonna just kind of color in these so we won't have all these weird lines. I'm gonna put this in the back though, so I don't have to worry about the, yeah, them blending out. Them bleeding out. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, so I'll just kind of put this back here and over here. And yeah. So I think that looks good. I think that I could have people come on and talk via Google Hangouts or pretty much anything. If you guys hear any weird noises, it's because right now I have it set so it can pick up any noise that comes out of my browser. But since I don't have my headphones on right now, I can't hear anything. So if my browser starts making a weird noise and then it comes in my live stream, you'll have to let me know. But that's so that I can take like Google Hangouts or Discord calls or something and have people come join in if they want. So, is it still snowy outside since you live in a mountain? It has not snowed since the Halloween snow, but because it's really cold where I live, there's still a bunch of patches of it in the shadowy areas. So, kind of is the answer. It's definitely snowy on the mountain that I live right next to. I'm kind of like at the base of the mountain, although I live at 8,000 feet, which is probably fairly high up elevation. I don't know how many kilometers that would be. For some reason, we always talk about our mountains in feet. And I don't know if that's, yeah, I don't know if like you could do kilometers or meters in Europe. No idea. I'm ignorant to the ways of the world in a lot of ways. Okay, so let's start putting in the shadows and highlights. I'm going to do something a little different than I usually do. Before I do the face, I actually want to make this softer. And I'm going to put, I'm going to make this a little darker over here. Because I feel like I never do this to begin with, and then it's kind of like something that bugs me by the end. So we'll just get a little bit of a shadowed area here. And this is not blended well. Let me make this a little higher and just get like a pretty good darkness here. You live in Louisiana, so it like never snows. I have to pay respects. My aunt lives in Louisiana. I know I know it's a very warm place, buggy. It's kind of weird. I've lived in, well, I haven't lived in Colorado all my life, but I've lived in Colorado most of my life. So it's like weird to think about a place you live and you don't have to get up in the mornings and clean up your car or anything. I mean, there's benefits to it. But have you ever seen snow? You do measure mountains in meters? Yeah, so I don't know why people do that. Like, I guess it's because nobody wants to say a 0.3 kilometer mountain. They want to sound more impressive. So like, I think what's that tall mountain? Mount Everett is like 23,000 feet tall or something. Sounds a lot more impressive than if you divided that by 5,000 or whatever. It'd be like 4 point something miles, and people would be like, eh. It just sounds more impressive to say 23,000. Well, maybe that is the wrong number completely. I have no idea. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to kind of get these in. I always feel bad I leave the hair out. So today I was just like, I'm going to put some of the hair shadows in before I do the others. A little bit strange, I know. Now I'll do the face shadows. It snowed like 2 years ago. Yesterday it iced up. So does that count? I guess it does. Oops, I'm bumping my microphone cord. I usually put it out of the way. I'm going to move it, and if it's making noise, I'm so sorry. I'm going to move it behind this jar to keep pins in. There we go. Yeah, I heard that when it snows, like where I live, if it snows like 3 feet, it never, they never cancel school or anything. But in other places like Alabama or some other places, Atlanta, I think is the one I'm thinking of, it snowed there once, like a half inch, and they closed everything down. They just don't have the setup to take care of the roads and stuff. Yeah, so I'm gonna put some shadows, just kind of sketch them in for now. It's certainly been cold. The other day, I made myself a balaclava. I crocheted. If anyone knows what that is, it's like a ski mask, but you only have one hole, and it's for the eyes. And I wore it out thinking, oh, I'll do this and I'll protect my face. It was 0 degrees Fahrenheit, which I have no idea in in Celsius. That's probably like -20 or something. But yeah, you can't wear balaclavas with glasses. This is something I learned. They fog up and I'm just blind, so I had to take my glasses off, and then it was okay though. My face stayed warm. Yes, 3,000 meters. It snowed like an inch and school was cancelled. That's the best when school is cancelled. Here in Paris, there is no snow. It is snowing, but right away it melts. You have wind though, huh? Bet the ocean is so close, and that's... Oh, but the ocean is so close, and that's why, I suppose. Yeah, I think a lot of places... well, it snows in New York a lot, but I don't know. I guess it just kind of depends. I know that also in the US there's things called the Great Lakes, and they're, I don't know, they're kind of northern between us and Canada, and there's a lot of weird weather from them too. I think bodies of water can either make it so it never snows, or it's just horrible weather in that very small area. Or you used to live in New York? My cousin lives there, and I've seen quite a few photos of when they get snowed in. Doesn't look fun, but maybe it depends where in New York you live. I don't know. So let me see here. This is driving me nuts. I know you guys can't hear it, but there's a little thing on my desk that keeps rocking, so I'm just trying to move it so it doesn't do that. It's too cold in New York. Yeah. It's too cold in some places. I can see why people move to Florida. My problem then is that you get into a place where it's like the bugs and stuff die off here in the winter, and they're like year round, and you get no reprieve from any of that. And that's one thing I can appreciate about winter. It's pretty when it snows. Maybe not so fun to clean off your car or any of that stuff. I cannot speak today. Blah, 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 blah. People do like vocal warm-ups, I think, before they record. Maybe I should look into some of those. There was like, my mama made me eat my M&Ms or something like that. You're supposed to say that really fast. Something, I don't know. I never was in theater or anything. That was my sister's thing. I should ask her if she remembers any of them. I don't know if someone has told you this, but every time you say something, you giggle a bit every time. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to do it now. Even though you could hear it. Nope, I'm not doing it. Yeah, I have that thing. I giggle. Maybe it annoys people. See? I don't know what it is. It's like a trigger thing. Like, I'd say something and then maybe I just think I'm hilarious and I giggle a lot. Or maybe it's just kind of like a way to diffuse the situation, like if I say something embarrassing. You could do like a case study on me and find out, why does Miss Art Garden giggle so much? These are the questions. Yeah, maybe Shane Dawson will make his next documentary series about why people giggle when they talk. I'll email him and ask him. Then I giggle. Does it bug you? Is it like really bothersome? Is it one of those things where you're like, oh no, stop. Possibly. I'll try to refrain from it if it helps. Let's see here. I'm trying to think like, I think I want like a big strong shadow on this side of her face, so I'm just going to kind of keep building these up a little bit. I probably will get rid of this sketch soon. I think sometimes I giggle because I forgot a word, and I'm like, just fill the time with giggles. You notice it every time. It'll be a telltale heart thing. She's got a real lopsided nose right now. I'll fix this in a minute. Yeah, let's see here. Let's put this out here. I think I'm going to get rid of this sketch. Let's draw in the eyes and the nose and the mouth, and then I can get rid of this sketch, and I'll have a little bit easier time putting in what I want without being bound to it. So we'll get these eyes sort of placed in like so. The nose I kind of did some stuff with, and then the mouth I'll put like this, and then I kind of have the bottom part, and I'll just mark that top part there. Now we can get rid of the sketch and then she won't look so weird while I'm doing this. Wow, this song, it is so favorite of mine. I take off my headphones to where it comes from, but it is from you. Oh. Yeah, I have the Google free music. I just downloaded a bunch of it and put it in a playlist. I have to look into seeing if that's going to change when Article 13 passed. I don't really know much about... Taking a quick sip there. I don't really know much about the if that's going to change any of the public domain stuff. I'd assume it wouldn't. But it'll be interesting. I have seen a lot of people post videos about being upset about that. It's a European thing though, so I don't know a ton about it. I need to make my brush a little harder. I think it's all a little too smooth right now. And then let's get some highlighty colors and work them in so we can fix this poor nose. I have to scroll down to see chat, and I forgot about how you were drawing. I just kind of thought you were just talking about art for some reason. English Country Garden, is that it? I think what I probably did for the music, Leonada, was put in, like, you know, you can choose like mood. I think I put happy in, and I just like downloaded a bunch of those. So I've been putting classical music lately in my GarageBand so I can mess around with that. And I'll just kind of keep doing those, like, you know, free to use sort of music. But I always forget to check my chat, Nick. Sometimes I'll move like a photo reference, or I'll move my OBS or something, and my chat will go behind it, and then I'll talk for a while and I'll be like, I wonder if anyone's talking in the chat. Oh, it's not here. I have to remember to bring it up. Okay, so I should have put an image of the character up so people could see her, but that's okay. So her nose will be kind of, I want it kind of round here, and then it goes up, and then there it'll be over here. You'll see some, and then over here. So I'm just going to kind of work on this. Yeah, just kind of work on it until it takes the shape I want. I might, I don't know, keep placing stuff in. I want under the nose to have a highlight here. That'll help bring it out. And then under here I actually want shadows. I'll put it in like that. And under this area will be shadowy too. Sometimes it takes a little while to get the nose. I gotta think about it, work on it in steps until I get it the way I want it. I think this is too far out now, so let's bring it in a little bit like that. And then I can get rid of this in shadow. It's sticking up a little bit weird here, so I gotta work that in too. And then I can get the quick question, who is Zoe? She's from my comic that I did for Halloween. She's like a ghost. Here, let's see. This is, I did a design of her. Is that not coming through? That's weird. Can I, let's see, Command C? Command V. That is weird. I can't paste it. Let me see here. Let me get up. Well, anyways, I have the link in my description. I'm using a reference, but for some reason it's not. Let me see if I copy it here like this. Nope. Still not going through. For some reason it's not letting me. If I open it in Photoshop, it will. So let me just do that real quick. She's from my comic. There's a link in the description. She's kind of the main character. So let me see the Zoe live stream. Open this up. Zoe character sheet. And I'll put it in Photoshop. And it'll take a minute to open. I'm getting a spinny wheel. I don't know. I know that doesn't show up. There she is. So that's Zoe. She was in the thumbnail too. I've lost my chat now because I was doing that. There we go. Yeah, she's just like this. She's like a ghost character who has a funny cape, except I kind of got rid of the cape in the comic. Take another quick drink here. Okay, so what's her nose doing? I gotta figure this out. I lost my, here it is. Okay. so yeah, let me see her nose. I want this side to be, I think this is okay over here. It just looks a little weird because I haven't balanced it on this side. So maybe I'll get like a nice deep shadow going here. And let me get this in like this, so the shadow will go up and come over here, and then you'll see the nostril in here matching up with that one. I've lost my chat again. Why do I keep losing my chat? I pressed the link as soon as you did that. Oh well, I've got to hear if someone else asks now. I can be like, here she is. I've been trying to beat Sans from Undertale for a week, and I just beat him. So everything you say about her being a ghost reminds me of Sans. I'm working on a fan comic with 2 other people, and I'm doing the art for it. So I was drawing Sans the other day. He's kind of a weird one to draw because when you sketch him out, you don't like put the dark shadows like in his eyes and stuff, so he looks silly when you just draw him normal. But that's cool that you beat him. I'm still trying to remind. Is it the genocide run? That might be what it's called. Something like that. Yeah, so I want to get this a little bit more blended. I guess I'll turn my softness down and just kind of keep working on it until I get it. And I want this side to be a little bit more darker. I think I just said that. I think I'm very repetitive. And then I giggle. And then I just move on. Okay, so I want this to be more rounded. I think I'm going to bring this up here so you can see a little more of the nose, and then I'll work that in. So the shape is coming along a little bit more here. And I might just kind of move on now and come back to it. Sometimes it's good to barely get it in and then come back and fix things that you see later on that are kind of wrong with it that you didn't notice before. I want to get just this shadow down here established a bit because yeah, like I said, I want a nice bold shadow, so I'm gonna kind of get this in here like that, and then maybe that's a little too dark. I'll go back a little bit and get this in just a little bit like that instead. Cannot talk. It only took a week. Just the one fight took a whole week. I've never done it. I've seen people do it online, and it does not look fun. I think it's one of those things that like you have to learn the pattern for, and it's so fast that it's like almost impossible to remember. I guess you would know, you just did it. Yeah, so let's get her features in a little bit more cleanly here. Get her eyes drawn in. The shape isn't quite right on them, so I'm gonna kind of bring this corner area down a bit and then kind of work on that from there. She looks a little silly right now with her eyes like that, doesn't she? Let's get this a little more saturated and put this in like that. And then we'll get a shadow over here too. And then we'll get a highlight right above the eye. That's the secret to eyes, is getting those creases in, although I didn't do a very good job here. Still think this is not quite lined up. I think this should go down, and then this should come out at more of a circular area. Yeah, it took me 4 days to learn the pattern and the rest of the week to get it right, and I beat him with 1 health or HP. Yikes. Yeah, he's a good fighter. Wouldn't want to mess with him. That's for certain. Let me get that shape in here like this and like this. I want to I don't know. I want to get this in before I move on, but it's difficult. Here we go. We'll get this highlight here, and we'll do one over here. I'm not really crazy about this yellow color, but I'm going to leave it for now. And then we'll put in her eyebrows. She never got any eyebrows. Or maybe I'll make a hair layer and then give her some eyebrows, because the poor girl. I never remember eyebrows. I'm terrible at them. So then she can look a little more human, even though she doesn't have eyes yet. Get her eyebrows placed in here, so like this and like this. Just something that'll help a little bit more. And then we can keep keep working on the well, while we're on the hair layer, maybe I'll do some individual strands. I don't know what this is. It's like my brain will work today. I don't know. Individual is the word I was attempting to say. It became like a cottonmouth thing. I'll get these strands in, get her hair just kind of placed out. So this is where we'll have like individual strands, which I've said the word like 6 times, going in like that, like it's being pulled back. We can have them over here too. Just kind of start placing those in a little bit. This will be probably overrid. Rust Mix is dead. I sent him a message today saying, hey, how are you doing? I'm sorry, we haven't talked in a while. I think it's my fault. Tell me how you're doing or something like that. So hopefully he'll respond. I always feel bad because I think he was going through some stuff and I was really busy, so I think he was trying to have me come and help me on his live streams more, but I got really busy and couldn't do it. And ever since then I haven't seen him much. But he's been doing some videos lately. He did like the TikTok meme one and something else I don't remember now. Okay, well there, now she has the beginning of her hair strands and so we'll have something like that. I don't know how this hair is going to turn out. It's weird. I should have put my hair in this style and taken a picture because it's weird to like conceptualize from nothing. But his recent activity acts like it, though I'm not sure. Acts like he's dead? I don't think he's dead. I think he is either burned out or just having a hard time getting on YouTube and doing stuff because he's busy. If in the future he wants to come on my live streams and chat, maybe he can come and people can ask him questions or something, but I don't want to pressure him. The poor guy's busy. Okay, so let's get some shadows under this hair now, so it looks a little more natural. This is a little bit messy. It's definitely a messy one today. That's okay. Let's get some neck shadows in a little bit down here because that might help make it look a little less weird if we get those in. She's got a real blurry, fuzzy chin too that needs to be defined. I did that on my brush challenge. But, message retry. Oh, I guess you took that back. I really wish I could make this window smaller. Let me see if I can do that. And then put it here. And then it won't keep popping behind every time I switch things. I feel like a person is only there because of live streams, because a long time I found Rust Mix because of a live stream and he did a lot, so thanks, kind of why I think that. I feel like a person is only there because of live streams. I'm not sure if I quite understand, but I guess you mean like you feel like people disappear when they're not doing live streams. Yeah, he used to do really incredibly long ones, and that's why I always say my hypothesis is he might have gotten a little bit of a burnout from them. He would do them for like 9 hours straight. I don't know how you could do that. He must have had to like go and take a potty break or get a meal or something. I don't know if I ever watched a full one through. But yeah, he was very dedicated for like 3 weeks straight. He did them every day for like 8 hours or 9 hours, and then I guess that's why I think maybe he got a burnout from it. So inspiring this is for me. I am sitting to paint, listen, watching and painting, so zen. Yeah, I meant to say, Leonata, that I left a message on one of your other videos. I won't go into it in case you didn't see it, but it's on the like coloring one, the coloring video thing you have. Yeah, so I don't know, I'm trying to figure out, something seems off about her face. It seems like very long. I don't know if her nose is too long or her eyes are too high up, or maybe a combination of the both. I think I'll move her eyes down. I think that's probably... I would only stay for 2, then got tired. I didn't know how long it went, but 9 hours, that's a long time. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I always thought he was a madman for that. I don't know how you maintain for that long. Like I said, I would have to like potty. So sometimes I'll have like an hour and a half live stream and I'll still have to take a potty break because I've been drinking tea and stuff. So I don't know how he managed to do that. Let's see if well, before I do this, before I do that, mess that up. Let's merge these, make another duplicate mask so I can move these without that weird fuzzy line. And just move her eyes down a bit. Feather like that, and then move down, and then maybe bring them up to a little bit bigger size. And then we'll see. Her nose also, I think her nose looks okay. See, now I think they look too far down. I can't make up my mind. I'll just keep working. Yes, saw them. Thanks so much. Oh, there was a YouTuber or Twitch streamer who live streamed for 24 hours. I don't know if my internet would take that. I'd probably get kicked off. When I first started, said my live stream strength was like orange, and I've never seen that before. I thought that was weird. But I figure if I did something really long, it would probably go down. It would have issues. Okay, I'm gonna just move her nose up. I think that might help. I made it a little crooked here, so I'll move it back over here. And then I will probably put some highlights in because I think that'll help set the face in a little bit more too. So I'm going to color burn and I'm gonna put these in like this. And I'm gonna blow this up. And put it on 0. Actually, I want to turn my opacity down. I don't know how much shows on these. I need to like make a list. I keep trying to learn. This is on color burn. I was like, why isn't it working? Color dodge. I keep trying to learn OBS better, and there's some, you know, tutorials and stuff that I've been watching, but there's quite a few like very niche problems I have with it that I can't seem to find a solution to. I think her lips are really far down now that I look at it. I'll move those up after I get some of these highlights kind of placed in. I think a blue color would be better actually, so I'm going to take some of these out, return with the blue, and get that going over here on our nose, and like that and that. And then we can move it up. Yeah, I certainly could not imagine doing this for 24 hours. Oh my goodness. I would probably just give up. How would you even like, I think I would be, the worst part for me is I would definitely lose my voice, because sometimes even after streaming it for my short times, my voice feels like really raw, and by the end it's like hoarse and stuff. But maybe they have other people on or something, I don't know. They're mad people. Crazy. I couldn't do it. Oh, I'm still on color dodge. I was like, why isn't this working? I need to go back to normal now and then put this back up, and then I can do this kind of detailing work. So get this a little bit more blown into a smoother, more not blown, blown out into a little bit more light area here. I want her to look like ghostly and urethral. That's why I'm kind of pushing for this color scheme. And then we'll put her neck in here like this, and that'll kind of help with the glowing. I couldn't do it. I am already losing my voice. Do you do live stream, Nick Bick? I haven't seen any from you. I should come on and tell you to like sing until your voice goes. That'd be so mean. So we get this here like that. She'd have some over here. Let's bring the highlight here. Is that called the Rembrandt triangle or something, where you have like a triangle on the cheek that's in the shade? There's some techniques. I don't remember the terms for them, but I remember something like that. And then we'll get this shadow down here, perhaps a little bit more saturated. Yeah, some live streams I feel a little more energized than others too, so maybe the guy or girl, whoever streamed, was just really amped up that day. And they were like, I'm gonna do it. Or maybe they drank a lot of energy drinks or something to kind of cheat the energy needed. Okay, so I think she's starting to look like her face is glowing a little bit better. Let's get some details in her eyes before we move on, because I always leave the eyes for last, and I don't know why I do that, but I think I'll probably put them, or work on them a little bit before I move on here, so that that doesn't happen this time. And we get a highlighty color here. I'm a little worried I made her too much like a doll with the airbrushed look, so I'll probably go in and add some more finer details later to get her looking a little bit more normal, like a human. And actually, before I move on, I usually like to do, well, maybe not that, a line here. Let's get this a little bit like this, maybe. I think it helps if you kind of mark this out as a line and go up here, and then under her eyes would have some shadows, and that'll help them look a little more set in, hopefully. So we can get those in there like this. Oh, no, go away. I don't want to close. I'm getting all these messages on my my computers. Update this or whatever. Not now, computer. Can't you see I'm live streaming? So rude. Always needs my attention. Crazy computer. Okay, let's see. I was gonna do her eyes. I have like the worst attention span ever. I was like, what was I doing? Oh yeah, her eyes. I got it. I got it. So we'll have some shadows over here in the corners of them, and then we'll have this will actually go up a little bit, and then we'll work this shadow be kind of the most down here. So we'll blend that in without giving her too much like she's got bags under her eyes. I mean, everyone kind of does, but she'll be a little bit less bad. And then we'll have some, I think it looks really good if you add a little shine to the corners here, and even when they're in the shadows we'll get a little shine going there like that. And then we can work in, I'm going to take just black and put in her eye shape here a little bit better. So we can get, probably should use a smaller brush, but that's okay, we'll just blend it in later. And then she has blue eyes, so we want those blue eyes. Let me see, take a look at her picture. Here it is. Yeah, I guess I could have done that. I've lost my chat again. I'm so bad at it. Alright, there we go. I just gotta get it up in case. Hey Giggle Giggles, how are you? How are you doing today? Are you having a good weekend? Hopefully you are. I think it's a nice weekend here. It's been warmer than it has been, at least. I like the warm weather in the winter. I'm not quite ready for full-on winter yet. It's a little too cold lately. So we'll just kind of mark these in. I'm good. I'm good, thank you. Just doing my usual live stream with technical problems. But I'm working through them. I'm getting them all worked out here. And I'm doing my character from my comic as a real person. So working through how to, she looks a little dollish right now. What state? I'm in Colorado. So kind of in the Rocky Mountain area. Very cold. But do you live in, I think I saw somewhere, you mentioned somewhere like Texas or something, but I can't remember exactly now. Yeah, it's a little bit cold here. But that's okay. Let's get, I think this color of her eyes will be a little bit better. Just kind of mark them in. They look a little spooky. Oh, in Arizona. Oh, so we're kind of like Rocky Mountain buddies. Although I guess Arizona isn't really, we're still in the same time zone at least. That's cool. And I know that Arizona's not typically too cold, but I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe it just doesn't snow there much, but it's still cold. Thanks to Colorado, our weather is amazing. Yeah, I'd imagine it's pleasant not to have the super frigid snowstorms. Man, I'm really messing up this circle on the eye. Okay, well, I'll just kind of put it in and I can fix it later. That's my motto, I can fix it later. Get that on this side too. And then we can fix this, especially this one. I can't color in a straight line. Okay, and then maybe make this a little bit darker. So let's put the pupil in before I come. It's 68 today, just so beautiful. I think it's like 35, but it's actually, this when the sun's out, it's not too bad. Like, let me see, I don't want that dark. Let's move it in like this maybe. Yeah, so 34, but in the sun it feels nice. The altitude is, where I live is pretty high, so it's like warmer than you'd think when you're in the sun. Let me see, I don't think I quite got that like that and like this. There we go, I think that matches up a little better. Maybe let's zoom in and we can do the eyes a little bit better. Even though the closer you zoom in, I think the worse the drawing looks. That's just kind of how digital art is. The trick is to not let anyone see it close up. But we'll get it. We'll get it here. So I want to kind of resize this eye, work a little bit with a bigger line. What am I hardness at? What am I hardness at? I don't need English. I don't need proper English. I can just talk. Okay, so I actually think this should go down. Maybe I'll have to fix that with the liquify tool. And then up and around, and then this side come in. You truly amaze me with your talent. I wouldn't have patience to do that. It requires a lot of practice. Oh, patience. Yeah. I don't know. I think that I'm one of the lazier artists out there. You learn a few tricks and you can kind of fudge it. But thank you for the compliment. I always think your makeup looks really amazing, and I always think I wouldn't have patience to do that. I'm one of those people who spends about 10 minutes on their makeup and is like, good enough. Put the pressed powder on, some eye makeup, good to go. But I should do like makeup tutorials, and then I'll look all stylish. I'll have like a smoky eye and everything. My hair, I never do anything with my poor hair. I just braid it and I'm like, you're done. I've looked like a I don't know, librarian Spencer lady with my hair for the like last 5 years, I guess. That's okay. Let's see, I want to get this. Why can I not draw straight? I've lost my straight talent. I'll just kind of fudge it in and then fix it later, except I don't like that line. There we go. Did we ever see your face? No, I didn't really have a camera, first of all, so I've never really bothered. But now that like people have been asking, I feel weird about it, so I've never put my face on. Maybe if I get like so many subscribers, I'll do something for a subscriber special. But for now, I've never shown my face. It's not that, it's just pretty average. I don't think it's anything special, but I'm not horribly deformed or anything, so I'll put myself in average. Yeah, I don't know what's up with these eyes. I think maybe turn my opacity down. Get that going. 2,000K? No. No. Something like, I don't know, 100,000K. Something unreachable, but if I ever did reach it, I'd still have to hold up to my end. I don't know, maybe I'll put like a picture on one of my social medias sometimes and people can come look at me there. Picture with me and all my pets. I thought about doing some kind of like little day in the life video. I'd have to like borrow someone's camera though. I have a tablet, but the problem is I like have no memory on the thing, so I can't really do like videos very well. I'd have to figure that one out. Yeah, 100K. I don't think my channel will ever reach 100K. That's why it's kind of safe to say that. I doubt I'd ever have to live up to it. I'd never feel like obligated then, you know, because I doubt I'd ever make it to that. Let's get some eye whiteness in here now. Do I have a cell phone? No, well, I have a cell phone, but I don't have a smartphone because I'm like the hashtag poor life. So yeah, like $800 or something, and I don't have the plan for them, so I've never bothered. I'm one of those sad like 1% of Americans who have like an old flip phone. But if I ever got a smartphone, maybe I'd do it with that. Once people discover your art, you'll be very popular. Yeah, I'll dream about it. I have kind of a pessimist when it comes to like that kind of stuff. I don't really want like fame or anything, but I think it would be nice if I met some more like, I feel like I'm so disconnected from people, which is kind of a bummer. Like I never feel like, I don't know. I never feel like I have like anyone online that you can just like chat up and be like, hey, how you doing today? Like every day. And I don't know. It's weird like meeting people online versus meeting people in real life. It's a bit different. I think it'd be nice to connect with people a little better. I don't know what I'm doing with this eye. I think I just need to commit and just do something a little more bold with it. Because right now I'm just kind of dodging around the fact that it's all sort of smudged up and stuff. So let's put this around it like this. And then maybe move that in. And then darken the pupil area here. Like that. And then I can work some colors in. Let's make this really small. And kind of work these colors out like this. That's not what I wanted. Let me go to overlay, and that's what I want. Okay, overlay right here. Then I can do these without worrying about them running the black. Oh, if I ever become famous, which will never happen, I'd be so awkward. I'm an introvert. Yeah. I definitely agree with that. When I was younger, I think I was more of an extrovert, and I would go around and be like, hey everyone, let's have fun. And now I'm just kind of like, hey, I'm gonna be over here. So I can agree with that. I don't go to any events or anything. I don't go to like any any parties too often or anything, so I'm definitely in there with you. Let's just make this pure black and get a shadow in here that we can work around. Maybe a little bit like that. A little bit like that. She looks like she has very strange star eyes. I'll work those in a bit here. Yeah, let's do one more. Turn my opacity down a bit. And yeah, put it over here. And then mark it over here. I think it's hard to, yes, I used to be an extrovert, but people haven't. I think the older you get, the more you start like, I don't know what it was for me, but it's like I don't mind hanging out with people, and I don't even mind like looking like a fool or anything, but there's just something like kind of taxing about having to commit to that kind of stuff. I don't know if I'm making any sense. But I don't know, some of it is like, I guess you want to stay in like a comfort level that you get used to, and then you just don't want you don't want to be dealing with other things. Some of it also, I guess, when you grow up, things become a lot more like black and white, like, you know, you hang out with whoever when you're little, it doesn't matter. But when you're an adult, you start, like, people get political or people get, like, religious or any of those things. And then it becomes, like, taxing to hang out because they become, like, a big part of people's identities, and you either don't feel quite connected that way, or you just don't, I don't know how to handle it. I know exactly what you mean. Like, even when my family, like, we're gonna hang out for Thanksgiving, and there's people on both sides of the politics there, and that is always very awkward, especially when they like come up and they're like, don't you understand? And I'm like, oh no, please don't. I'm not really political one way or the other. I stand in the middle, so everyone, I guess, wants to like convert me. And I'm like, please no. So that's always kind of awkward too. But not family, and you can't like just ignore family. Like, you can't, if people start bugging you, like other friends, you can just be like, oh, that's great, yeah, we should hang out sometime later, and then never call them back. But with family, you gotta stick with them. Not that I do that with people. I don't usually blow people off, but there's just no way out with family. It's kind of one of those things. Okay, so she's got some eyes now. A little bit creepy doll eyes. I might work on those later. Let's get some lashes in. I might erase these later, but for now, let me get these a little lower. Get some in like that. Thanks. I don't know what's up with the doll today. She looks very doll-like. Sometimes I have references up, but sometimes I don't. I think sometimes when I use references it looks a little bit stranger. I don't know why. I get these lashes drawn in like this. Just put a few in. I won't put them all in for now. And maybe I'll go to overlay and put some shadows in right here. With like a red color, not shadows. I'm an ink there. And then we'll do the same on her nose, so you can get a little bit of color, and we should probably color her lips next. So I'll put a little pre-ground color there. Your last video, did you mean you'll choose one person to draw them or what? Oh, for the comic? Yeah, I was looking for kind of a partner. Well, there's a lot of people who ask, like, you didn't understand, so you just gave a thumbs up. There's a lot of people who ask, like, for free art or just anything like that. And I've kind of avoided that, but I think for this one, what I meant is, like, I could get a partner, like, to do the marketing part. So I would draw the comic, they could write it, they could have their script and everything, and there's a lot of people who've asked, like, would you draw this comic for me, but it's a big commitment. So I would draw the whole comic for them, and then they would be in charge of doing the marketing push, so, you know, people come see and be interested in it. I'm never good at that, so I thought maybe I could offer, almost like a trade or something. I just minimized my Photoshop. I have no idea. I didn't mean to do that. I have no idea if that means my live stream will be messed up. I've lost my little live stream window because I've got it all minimized. Did it go black? Nope, there it goes. Well, now I know what happens. It goes black if I minimize it by accident. Oh, you asked once too, just because I thought, oh, I don't even remember. I don't even remember what you asked for. I'm sorry. Sometimes I do keep a list, and I do do like requests and stuff. That's my dog barking, sorry. And I don't mind those. It's the people, there's a lot of people who are very pushy, and they get like mad if you turn them down or something. But for a while I was keeping a list to do, so I'd have like something to do with videos and stuff. So if you want something drawn, you can always request it. And usually it goes on a list and then I forget about it. But I try not to. I try to keep them going. Oh, I missed, I'm on Discord, then I forgot about this, so it's just a random person talking. Oh, it's so great, the eyes. The dog goes bark. Dog goes bork. Yes, he's a borky guy. I think the coyotes have been around here lately. And they go howling and stuff and drives him nuts. So I think he's been reacting to that a lot today. Let's see here. I want to get this a little more smoothed out. So I'll get that going there. And let's get her lips a little more defined before I move on, because I think I was going to do them next. Let's see. Pick up coyotes, yeah. Yeah, where I live, they come right in to where we are. I see them all the time. They just stare at you and they run off. They're not scared at you all. We have quite a few of them around this area. They're not fun. And they sound, they go crazy and they go, oh, you have them there too, so I guess you know. 2 more minutes and then I've been streaming for an hour. You're like my time update. Well, get her lips in here, and then I probably will work on this chin. Right now it looks a little bit like she's got a beard. I put this down, but I never blended it in. Let's do that now, even though I'm having another OCD, or ADD, that's the word. ADD moment where I'm not sticking to what I said I was going to do. Then we bring this down like that. And maybe down even further, it'll have it. I think it looks good in a triangular, because usually triangular and a triangle. Am I monetized? No, I don't have enough watch time. I know I have the subs, but I think you need 4,000 hours, and I'm like at like 1,000. I don't think people watch my videos all the way through. They might be kind of boring, but I just put them up for fun. So when I get monetized, maybe I'll do something fun like for it. But for now, I'm not. I've been watching Other people who are monetized on here have been making sure to watch their ads all the way through if they come up because I want to support them. But I used to have an ad block on, but I've taken it down for YouTube because I'd feel bad like people missing out. So I think maybe these are a little bit too pink a lips. I might lighten these up, but for now I'll put this in for good pigment. You should definitely stream more often. Your streams are very relaxing. I thought about doing some, like when I'm just doing busy work, putting a stream up, but I don't know. It's hard to do it around where I live too because there's a lot of noise in the day, and I'd always feel kind of bad about that too. But maybe sometime. My sister is coming, well, some family is coming down for Thanksgiving, and I'll go hang out with them, and maybe I'll do a live stream with her. I don't know if she didn't really like doing the last one. I think she just kind of sat there and crocheted or whatever. But I thought about opening up, well, I just did the like, you know, I'm looking for a partner video, so I probably wouldn't do this for a while, but opening up videos, as in like video trades, that's what I was looking for. So like if someone wants to do some kind of video and then I do like a speed paint, and then we, at the end, we like talk about each other's channels or something. I thought that would be another kind of fun way to connect with people on here. But, oh, hold on, I'm good. I'll put show there. You're liking the lips better. Yeah, I gotta get them shaded, and they're probably a little too dark. I didn't really mean to make them so dark, but I just said that. I know. I'm very repetitive. You don't notice these things about yourself until you have to edit videos later. Like when I edit my instructional videos, I've learned that and like are very often used by me, and I'm like, see, I'm like, I try to cut back on them now because I find them very annoying when I'm editing. I'm like, why do I say that so much? What's wrong with me? Let's get this one a little more defined. I'll give it a little highlight over here. Not quite that much. A little bit less. Like that, maybe. There we go. Thank God for editing. I think it's actually one of those things I got burned out on too. Like I used to put more videos up on like how to draw. Editing takes so long though. I'm so bad at it too. I should hire an editor, if only. Nah, I just need to get better at it myself. I know the like top editors on YouTube, I read something about how they charge about $200 an hour, and I'm like, man, I'd be happy to make that money. But yeah, so maybe I'll go back to her. I think I'll give her a little bit of a shadow here. Yeah, editing becomes boring. And then I always worry, I'm like, maybe it's just because my videos are boring. It's a lot to go through and go back and forth and back and forth. I've been dubbing my comic. I finally got all the voice actor stuff in. And that is a lot of rewatching the same thing over and over again to get the timing and stuff right. And it becomes a little bit much after a while. You're just like, oh man, I don't want to. Give her some lipstick. Do you think I should? Let's see. Let's put overlay on. I'll give her a little bit more of a reddish color. Maybe she'll look like that and like that. There, now she has some lipstick. And while I have this red here, I'm going to turn my opacity way down. Let's give her cheeks a little bit of color too. Maybe turn that way down. Let me turn it up a little bit more. She'll look like me. Maybe I'm inspired by your video. I liked your hair in the last video that I saw. I think I've left that as a comment. It looked really nice and shiny and pretty. Mine always just looks so frizzy and stuff. I never treat it well. I just use the cheap stuff on it. Poor thing. Let me see. Get a little bit of blush here. It's not showing too great there. Do I have my hair? Nope. Just making sure. Let's see here. I'll just put it in by hand, so I'll go back to normal. Sometimes overlay doesn't work on certain colors as well. So So I'll just put a little bit in there like it's normal there. There she can have a little bit more of a dolled up look to her. And I'm going to work on her nose a little bit, I think. And then I'll possibly... I guess we'll do the hair after that. I don't know. I say all these things like I have a certain plan and then I just move around and do whatever at random. Oh, I lost my... Here, put this up. I always like to check and make sure my OBS... You abuse your hair. I'm surprised it's still on my head. Yeah, I do the same. I don't know. I never like put product in it or anything typically, so I guess that's good, but I just take it out, you know, right out of the shower, I just yank a comb through it, poor thing. Probably doesn't like that. But, okay, I don't know, her nose is not looking too bad now. Let's get it a little more defined on this side. I need to minimize this because it's getting in my way. Are you hungry, Nick Vic? Didn't you just have some Oreos? Let's see here. Let's get this going like that. And then a little bit more like that. And we'll put a little bit over here. I always say like that, but I don't even know if people know what I'm talking about. Put a little line over here. I'm trying to define this nostril without making it stick out too bad, because I just want it to sort of be implied that it's there without it being too much out. Give her Kylie Jenner lips. Should I like blow them up? I think for that you'd have to do like really shiny lips, like they were way overfilled and stuff. Didn't Kylie Jenner have a thing where she took like a bottle and like, you know, created a vacuum around her lips until they were like super swollen? I can put her lips, I can make her lips a little bit bigger. Let's see. If I go to filter liquify, let's see what I can do here. Maybe make the top one look like unnaturally swollen or something. Let's see what I can do. I can move this up a bit. Here like this. I don't know if this is even going to make that much of a difference. Then move this out like that. And then let's see, like that. So that's, I don't even think it makes that much of a difference. That's okay. She can have swollen Kylie Jenner lips. Yes, there was a challenge going around. All the young girls were doing it. It was horrible. What about that one that the Japanese do? I can't remember what it's called. It's like donut forehead or something. Have you seen that one? That one is bizarre. Out of all the ones they want to make them look cool with. They take like silicone, I think, or maybe it's just not silicone, saline, and put it in their, inject it in their forehead so it looks like there's a donut in their skin. It's really weird. That's definitely one of those challenges that I would not ever feel inclined to do. Yeah, it seems ouchy. Definitely. But I guess it's a trend. Every country has weird fashion trends. That's something I never do. The point is that it goes like down after a day. I think your body metabolizes it, but it still looks really weird. I don't know if there's any photos of it. But I mean, I don't know if there's how many photos there are online, but I'm sure there's quite a few. Not something I would ever willingly do. But okay, let's see. I think I need a little shadow on this side. That's what making her look a little doll-like, because she doesn't have anything down here. Let me see if I can get like a fairly light shadow that will help out here. Too dark still. Let's make it a little bit lighter. People are ridiculous these days. Yeah, I always think that the people that have like, there's people that do things like cut off parts of their ears, or they like put silicone like spikes in their skin. I just think those people, I'm like, how could you? I don't know. I guess it makes them happy, but it looks painful and unpleasant, and not like something I would ever want to go through. Let's see, I'm gonna blow that. I mean, I would say blow it up, blend it in. Hello BTD, how are you doing today? I don't know what, I mixed my words there. Okay, so let's see, let's get a highlight over on this side of her chin. That's a little fuzzy right now. It looks like those glamour shots from the 80s. I don't even know if people remember those. They were kind of before my time, although I think there was a glamour shots in the mall when I was a little kid. So maybe that's unfair to say they were completely before my time. Yeah, I'm using Photoshop CC, yeah. It's like weird because it used to be like CS4. Now it's just CC. And trying to get this portrait of this lady with her bumblebee lips done. She's got the Kylie Jenner treatment. Let's see, I want to put a little bit, I want this shadow over here, but I also want it to be pretty blended, so it's just barely there. So let's blend that in like that, and then maybe one a little bit over here. You used to use Photoshop CC. How many layers have you got? 50 plus. No, I have the background, this layer with a clipping mask and the hair, and then the sketch is hidden. I used to be one of those people that did use a lot of layers, though. I think I've just kind of gotten away from it because I'm lazy. I think I'll work on her hair now because her poor hair has been very well ignored. You have ramen noodles? Ramen noodles are great. I love ramen noodles. I quit eating them because of the, what is that stuff that's in them? I don't know, it's something MSG or something. I quit buying them. I got scared off from that. But I do have fond memories of them. And can't beat the price. Yes, fix her hair. She needs good style. I'm really not sure how her hair is going to work out. I should have looked up a reference or done my hair in this style, because I'm worried. Let me get a little bit of an ear over here too. It's kind of hidden behind the, actually I don't want to do that in the hair layer. If I just done a bunch in the hair layer, I have. I want to keep this separate. I'll just erase it for now and then go down here and do it. Do the ear layer on a separate layer, so the hair will be independent from it. And then we'll do one over here too. Get a little bit of ear in here. I'm assuming you're using a art pen pad for the drawing. Yeah, it's Wacom Intuos 4, I believe. It's the name of it. And yep, I don't think I could do this with a mouse. Although there's someone I watch, I think their name is like Psychic or something, or Psychotic, or can't remember the name now. They do everything with a mouse, so I guess it's possible. I certainly wouldn't, I think it's much easier to do with a stylus. You're terrible at using them. They're definitely hard, like you lose a lot of motor control, or like fine motor control with them. Like I was having problems with the eyes earlier, and it's something that like if you're drawing with a pencil, I think it's a little bit easier. So you have to get used to them, but I can't imagine trying to do this without them either, so it's kind of a, you know, half, I don't know, half and half thing. I don't know how to finish that, what I'm saying, but let's get, see this part where her hair is pulled back. I don't know what it would look like. I have a mirror here. I'm going to take my hair down and see if I can get this reference out. My hair is wet though, because I took a shower before doing this and then I put it up. It's still a little wet. I have really long hair. Okay, let me see here. If I have my hair like this and like this, let's just messily put this back. Well, I don't have any volume like she does. But I can, where's my clip? I'll put it like this and I'll keep my mirror here. I'm sure my voice has just dropped because I turned away from the mic there. I'll keep my mirror here and then maybe I can mimic this a little better. So I think what should happen, some of this should go over her ear, because mine certainly is. And then there should be like strands that come out like this. I don't know, this is how it's working for my hair. I have an idea. Instead of face reveal, draw a portrait of yourself. I'll look up Kylie Jenner and then draw a picture and be like, here I am. No, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll do something like that. Do a self-portrait. And I'll draw myself 100 times better than I actually look. So we'll get that kind of going. And then this will go over like this. I don't have any bangs, so I can't speak for the bangs, but they might go something like that. It's okay. It's just it's like a little portrait. It doesn't matter how accurate the hair looks. But we'll try to do something. I'll make sure that when I do my self-portrait, I'll give myself huge like bumblebee swollen lips, and I'll just like suck into the bottle like she did, and then take a picture, and that's what I'll draw. And then I can be so hip and crazy with the new trends. I don't know why people were like, oh, that looks really good. I like fish lips. But let's get some of these darker parts in here. I always do hair on a separate layer. That's one of the things. Like, I could probably almost do things all in one layer, except for the hair part. I need that buffer in case I mess up. Oops, I can erase and stuff. Okay, and then if this is going to stick out, it's going to have to come over that area. Yeah, we should bring some over her thing here. I just accidentally minimized my OBS window while using my stylus while drawing. I don't know how I did that. It's a little silly. Let me get that back up. Hold on a second here. I just like to see in case it like goes down. There we go. I accidentally muted it. Now we got it. So how long roughly does this take you to complete? I don't know. How long have I been live streaming for here? You go back up. I'll scroll all the way up. Tell me. An hour and 60 minutes. Well, I started with a sketch. It's hard because live streams always take me longer when I'm talking, but I would say on average a portrait might take me about 2.5 hours if I, you know, put the proper time into it. If I'm just kind of sketching or something, I might fudge that a bit. But of course portraits are easy because you're just doing like a little bit of the face. You don't have to worry about the whole body and stuff. So yeah, that would be my best guess, 2 to 2.5 hours. Do you do like portrait work? Or I don't know, what kind of artwork do you do? Did you finish your ramen noodles, Nick Pick? Put these down. I think it'd be nice to have, I mean, I like the hair behind the thing, but I think it'd be nice to have these down, although I'm not actually really liking that. This is why I have another layer. I'm gonna erase this. I'll just have it all go behind the collar, which is still kind of a blobous mess. Maybe I should put some shadows into it so it doesn't look so bad. I'm terrible with the like technological part of this. Like on my OBS, I'm sure you're seeing it because I'm seeing it. It does like these weird twitchy black boxes that show up. And I've tried like Googling that, and I've tried like going through like Reddit forums and stuff. And people will often ask like, I have a black bar around mine. What does that mean? But I can't find anything about black boxes, so I think I need to just pose the question myself. I always kind of worry about posing a question that someone else has asked, but I can't find the answer, so maybe it hasn't been asked. I'm terrible at drawing, although I'm fairly good at drawing stick figures. It's a good philosophy to have. Stick figures are harder to draw for me than, like, I think I drew a comic once with stick figures. Actually, I'm doing this on the wrong layer. It's like I got tripped up by, it's hard to make them all look exactly the same. It was just like a little jokey thing I was doing, but even stick figures can have their problems. Let me erase this. Oops, let's make this a little bit harder so that when I erase it, it'll look smoother. And get like a sharper point here, and we'll do the same over here. We'll get like a little bit of a sharper point. And then we want probably like a general shaded area here and here. And then back here would be shaded. I don't know. Let's do the overlay because I'm going into the hair here. I think it'll look a little bit better. We'll do this over here too. And then I can go to normal and pick this color up and bring it all the way up back here where the hair is, kind of shading it. just kind of working this out. It's weird because you talk on your live stream to yourself, but then there's like talking to yourself, and then there's talking to yourself. I don't know if I can explain that, but like I start talking to myself, and I'm like, oh yeah, I should talk like I'm talking to the audience more. You're bad at stick figures? Well, can't be good at everything, I guess. She's an expert at stick figures, so I'm sure she can give you lessons. That'll be your next video, how to draw stick figures like a pro. I'm looking forward to it. You have to put the giant lips on them though, because you know you gotta have your own personal style, and that's definitely something that your stick figures need. I don't know about this color. I'm just gonna leave it for now. I'm always bad at clothes because I never do like studies on them. I'm terrible at studies. That's one thing, if you want to get better, you have to do like drawing studies, and I'm just kind of meh. I'd like to learn how to do buildings. Maybe I'll do some building studies because I really do think those would be fun to be able to like knock out better. Let's kind of get some more of these different colors in her hair. Right now she's got very strange looking streaks. Let me see. I think I'm going to go to liquify before I actually do that. Let me get onto this layer though. And go to liquify. There's like something off about her neck that I want to fix here. So I'm just going to quickly do that. This is the beauty of the computer. This is why I could never give up drawing on the computer, because you can't just go in and quickly fix little things like moving her face in over here. You guys can't see what I'm doing because it doesn't bring up the liquify window for some reason. Alright, let's look at it here. So that was before, that's after, and I think that's a little better. So I'll go with that. I don't have the patience for drawing. If I mess something up, I'll get annoyed at myself and give up. Yeah, that's one thing about like why I don't do traditional art, because it's so very permanent. If you mess up, there's no going back. I mean, you can kind of try to work around it, but with the computer, you could you could do a lot of cheats to get it to fix itself there. Like even if you drew like something completely wrong, you can go in with like filters or liquify tools, or you can change colors real fast, things like that. But of course you have to like learn how to do that, so I guess that's the downside. Yeah. Get this hair in a little bit more. I started working on the hair and then I got distracted. So now I'm going back to it. I want to, let me look at my here. I gotta get my mirror. I want to have this like this, I think. Let me get this lighter color so it'll show better. So when it goes back, you can see a little more like the hair is being, I don't know, swept aside or whatever the term is. I gotta turn my head. My sound might be, my volume might be turning weird because I'm going away from the microphone, and then there's like a little, on this side of my head, oops, it's a little curl. Maybe we'll work that in. The problem is I have curly hair and she's got this straight hair, so I don't know how well that works. It's something. We'll keep it. We'll keep it because it's something. It's better than the weird stuff I had going on before. Then we'll get some of the dark ones in here. And then we'll probably go over all this with another thing. It's hard to find things, like, especially we were talking about, like, you know, getting older or whatever. The older you get, the harder it is to find things to be patient with. Like, there's certain things that I can be patient with, like crocheting or cooking. I just realized these are very far down. This one's a lot further down than this one. I can move that up with liquify. Yeah, like drawing and cooking and crocheting I can be more patient with, but there's other certain things that like I don't know, just learning certain things, like even like Facebook. I was looking at that the other day. I just got a Facebook account and I'm like, I don't know how to do any of this stuff. I don't have any patience for that. Learning new programs, learning new software, learning all that kind of stuff. I'm always learning to edit. That's definitely one of mine. I don't know how much of that I'm into, but I have no patience. I hate Facebook. I avoided it for a long time. I had it originally. This will probably age me quite a bit. I had it when it first came out, and you could only get it when you were in college. I got one because I was like paired up with someone, and then they were like, the best way to reach me is on Facebook. So I got one then, and had that for a little while. And then I just kind of like, I don't think I ever logged in for like 8 years or something. And then someone was telling me that I should get a Facebook account because there's groups on there that would like help me find people who are more into like art and comics and stuff. So that's why I got one. But I had a lot of problems the first time I got one. I put a video up, like I logged back in and they were like, your account's been disabled. And I'm pretty sure it's because I didn't like have, I set it up and then I didn't have any friends on it for like I don't know, a month before I logged in again, and they were like, ah, it's a spam account. So hopefully it'll work for me. Hopefully I'll be able to find some groups and stuff that'll help me. My problem is I have to avoid like giving my, I mean, I don't mind people knowing my name is like Desiree and stuff, but I have to avoid real life people finding me on there because like we were talking about the like the politics and all that stuff. I don't think I could take it. I don't know how to respond to people who are very forward about that stuff. I'm just like, oh, that's nice for you. I don't want to talk about it. Bye. So I get this side of the face in a little bit more. Yeah, so I think that looks good. So that's my worry. I haven't told anyone I know in real life that I have a Facebook again. It really is just like, I don't have my real name. I just have my online name and persona. So hopefully I'll be able to avoid people. Because I remember that was one thing back when Farmville was a thing. My aunt was really into that. She wanted me to play it because it was one of those like games where you had to get to progress. You'd have to get people to like, I don't know, give you things or something. And so she would constantly ask me to join Farmville. I was like, please no. Okay, I guess that's good. You used to be addicted to Farmville. Was it like one of those things where you had to have friends that did it too, though? Because that's what I remember about it. I don't really mind Farmville type games. I guess I just didn't like the push for for getting people to I don't know, join for you. If someone tried to have a serious conversation with me about politics or whatever, I'd be so easily distracted. If a leaf flew past, I'd be more focused on that. Yeah, that's that's the good scenario. The bad scenario is when they start getting really mad because you're not paying attention. I've definitely had that. I feel like people are more, I guess, vocal or passionate about it lately than they were. Or maybe that's just me getting older. I feel like it's definitely like a thing now. But luckily I'm able to avoid it mostly, for the most part. I don't have to worry too much about having to wade through all that. I don't know what her hair, this part right here, I don't know what to do with it. Maybe I'll just kind of darken this area and blend it in, and then it'll come out like that. And then in here I'll give it a little of a eraser treatment. Actually, let me zero my hardness. I can just kind of blur it out there so people can't really see what's going on. Sometimes I go back and work on these after my live stream. Sometimes you need like a minute, like you step back and you go like, okay, now I know what's wrong with it. So maybe I'll do that. Let me get my color back. Yes, you need people to send you things. No way you can play alone. It got overwhelming. Anyone remember MSN? I think, I mean, I know about it. I don't know if I ever used it, but I definitely remember it. In fact, there was someone who I would go over, she's like a friend of the family, and I would go over to her house and help her with computer problems. And she used MSN even back, I think up to like 2015 when I was still going over to her place and helping her as like her main like browser. Like, yeah, you know how you go in and you're like, oh, I can Google something. She was using MSN. That was kind of funny. Okay, maybe this would look better if it went up. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna make it a mess. It looks like a horrible mess. That's okay. I really don't know how I'm gonna do this. I probably will have to look up like a reference because I cannot imagine it. Cannot conceptualize it. But I do think it looks better down like that. All the emojis you could send people. You could send them a nudge to get their attention. Wasn't there something on Facebook back then? You could like give them a high five or something. Maybe that's done with. See, this I haven't used it in so long. Take a quick drink there. Going back to Farmville, there used to be a game I played on my tablet called Hayday, I think, with like H-A-Y, like hay is in the plant or the grain or whatever. And I think that was a lot like Farmville, but you didn't need like people to send you stuff. I wonder if that game's still around. I should look into it. I'm sure I still have the app somewhere. That's why I don't have any memory on my my tablet to record videos, because I never delete anything. Let's get these streaks in. I don't know how much more I'll do with her hair. I want to get some of it defined, but let's see. Actually, let's go to, no, we'll work in the I always say half sentences and then people are like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I don't know, I'll never finish them. Yep, the good old games. I tried that game, got bored. Yes, it's still available. I guess it's boring. I don't know. I'm sure that's what happened with me. There was also a Simpsons Tapped Out that I used to play that I got kind of bored with that. I'm trying to think of other games that I would play on my tablet. When I first got it, I played more games on it. Now I just kind of use it for, I don't know, it's pretty old, so I use it when I need it. What games did I play? I can't think of them. I'm drawing a blank. But I'll think of them after I'm done with the live stream, I'm sure. So let's see, let's get this in. I get a few hairs. I know this is kind of a strange, let's get this smaller. Strange part right down here. Maybe I can gotta do that, get some strands. I don't know, she's got a little bit of anime here. I think that's just how it's gonna be. I need to look up hairstyles before I do these next time, and I'll have someone that I can look and see their hair. Yes, remember those two games, like some old version of Township nowadays. Oh, I missed something. Thanks for confirming that. You still play Candy Crush? Oh yeah, I think I played Candy Crush. That was another game though where like you could only get so far and then they wanted you to pay for like boosts or whatever. And I was just like, nah, I'm poor. I'm not gonna pay for them. And that's pretty much how it went. Let's see, now this ear will be mostly in shadow. So let's actually I don't want to do this on the hair layer. I want to do this down here. So we'll just kind of put that here. I don't know how much detailing of the ear I'll do. I can put something in there and then distinguish this as the edge of the face here. And then, I don't know. She doesn't have any earrings. I should have drawn her with earrings. Earrings are always fun to put in ears. Just make this a little less fuzzy so the ear is more defined. You still play Candy Crush? It's all about Flappy Bird. I didn't like that game. When that game got taken down, people were selling phones with the game still on them for thousands of dollars. Surely there were like 100 clones of that, and then people could just play the clones. Maybe not. I do remember Flappy Bird and the whole thing there. Everyone had like something, like Flappy Bird or Flappy Bat or something. I don't know if I ever played it before it got taken down and then made the news for being taken down. I remember reading the news that the creator said he took it down because he was worried it was like taking over people's lives and stuff. And I thought that was funny. Okay, let's see here. Let's get this a little more bright over here. I don't want this to be quite so triangularly, so I'll bring that up a little bit. I do still want a little bit of shadows over here. I think it looks better when you round out the cheeks with a shadow. I don't want to commit to anything too dark though, so we'll go with that kind of yellowish color. And then we'll put some shadows down here, or in this area. Oops, I don't want to draw into the thing. People actually bought them too. I remember Pogs. That's how old I am. When I was in elementary school, we all had Pogs. And I probably have them still somewhere. I'm such a hoarder. And I have like a box of toys, and I'm sure those Pogs are probably in there. Tamagotchis, that was another thing. I think I had like 3 or 4 of those. What other fads? I don't know. I had Jacks, but I think those were only like a thing in my school. I don't think those were like a global thing. You had one too, Tamagotchi? Those were so annoying. Like, you wanted them and you wanted to take care of them, and then they would like beep when you were in class and stuff, and I'd be like, no, sleep. You just like want them to sleep all the time. Y'all remember these? So nostalgic. It's the nostalgic hour. We should bring it all back. I don't know how many people want Tamagotchis. I bet if you looked in the App Store, there would be some kind of game with, some kind of app that is Tamagotchis. I bet someone has made that game. And Pogs. I hope someone's made a Pog game. That would be great too. Yeah. Let's do something for the background because I'm kind of stuck here. We'll just do, I don't know, just some kind of like texture or something. Maybe because she's a ghost, she can have kind of a bluish, let's see, that'll work, I think. Kind of a bluish glowingness around her. Maybe that's too textured. This is like one of my leaf brushes. Yeah, I could go with this. I think it's okay if it's a little textured. I'll just kind of do something like that. Maybe make it a little brighter in areas. Make it down here. And down here. And that'll bring out her a little bit better. Alright, now no more stalling. No more stalling. I gotta work on this hair. I don't know, maybe I'll let's take the overlay function and turn my opacity way down and turn my hardness down, and then I'll make a clipping mask. Am I on? Yeah, okay. Let's make this side of her hair darker than the other, and we'll do it with the like overlay cheat, so I won't have to worry too much about it. And then we'll go to blonde or white and make this side a little brighter. We can have some fake coloring. Okay, let's go to normal now and pick a dark brownish where this red came through and get that toned down a bit. You sub. Oh, thank you for subbing. It looks good. I think that I might just kind of call it. Sometimes I just kind of get to a point where I'm not sure what else to do, and I go back later and fix it. So maybe I'll just kind of finish it up here. I'm gonna open up. How do I open? Oh yeah, I forgot when you do have your own chat, you can't open the people's. I'm gonna open up to. I'm gonna say open 6,000 times. Let me see here. I'm getting my chat open in my browser window. That's what's happening, but I cannot do this task and talk at the same time apparently. So I gotta wait for the chat to load, and then I can and then I can open it to your channel. I can't speak. I'm bad at speaking. Okay, alright, here it goes. Oh, nope, loading. There, now we can go to... Oh, it still doesn't work. It works on other people's, but not mine. All this open embarrassment. I'm just gonna copy your name, and then I'll look you up on YouTube. I like to sub back when people sub to me, although I haven't subbed to everyone. Because it's a little bit much to keep up with. That was fun. 20 years of me saying open. Alright, let's go back to this. Before I finish up, I want to get some more highlights on her face, because I've kind of lost some of them. So I'll go to color dodge again, put a few of them in, and then I can't find you. I put BTS in. I'll have to find you through Giggle's channel maybe or something. That was fun. That was a fun 20 minutes of me not accomplishing anything. I try to support as many people as I can. Sometimes it gets too frustrating. Yeah, and sometimes like people will be like, come check out my video and stuff, and I'll be happy to. And then they get like really bossy and stuff. Like they're like, you didn't look at my last video, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm just so behind. So I can kind of feel your pain there. It's a little frustrating to keep up. There's certain people that I try to watch all their videos all the way through too. I think that gets in the, like, if you're not part of that club or whatever, I kind of lose track of other people's videos. He's not on your channel. I thought you were like a subscriber of hers or something. I'll find you sometime. I probably received a push notification of it somewhere in my email. Oops. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I hate when people, I've started like blocking some people who get very like aggressive about it. But, yeah. Alright, I think that I'm gonna call it for today. I'll probably, how much time, I'm getting faster at these live streams. I can't really think of anything else to do. Maybe I'll do like one little overlay layer thing, but that's about, I get like stuck. And then I'm like, I don't know what else to do. I guess I could define her face a little bit more. But let's do this one little overlay thing, and then I'll probably call it. This is my trick to making it look like I've done some more like color variations and stuff. Put that in, and then maybe like a little bit of red on top of her head. And then a little green, I don't know, down here. Maybe a blue, and then this will be it. This is something like that. There we go. Now she looks like I took time to put color in. Well, thank you for joining me. I had a lot of fun talking to you, Giggle Googles and BTD, and if you're still around, Linata, I know you're working. It was nice hanging out with you too. I should definitely try more live streams. Maybe do like longer ones or something. I have to like plan out like a big long one of these days. Do more live streams and get monetized. I don't think I was monetized way back when, and I don't think you got much from it. Like I don't even think I broke the $100 one, the $100 threshold, but hopefully I can get monetized again, and then I'll be more motivated. But yeah, if not, it's just the way of it. Thank you guys so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, and I do actually do live streams every Saturday at 5:30 UTC or Universal Time. But maybe I'll start doing more. Anyways, take care, have a good day, and I will see you around.